I'm hard pressed to do a video without tea these days. I feel like it's just the way of it. And I haven't even been drinking that much tea lately, but I guess we just need tea. So I am getting back into running 3 videos a week, and I really contemplated whether or not I wanted to do that, but God has taken me through a series of lessons. I mean, really my whole life, as he does with all of us, right? But I feel like it's really windy today, so sorry. I'm just gonna leave my hair. Just let it. It's just gonna be wild. He's really, I feel like, taking me through a lot of significant lessons in this last year. And I know I've had a lot of things that I've needed to change, and he's so good in the way that he does that. But recently I got a series of video ideas, and it happened when I was just having my quiet time with him, and he just downloaded like all of these incredible ideas and spoke to me and said, the lessons that you've gone through, other people are going through those too, and I want you to share that. I want you to share your story with people. So he gets me all excited to do all these videos, and then he says, but there's one more video that I want you to share, and all these other videos won't make sense unless you share this one thing. And that's when he kind of laid out the video of the last year for me. And that was a really challenging thing. I really had to decide, do I want to obey God in this? I'm really thankful that I did. Moving forward, I really want to continue uploading videos that are helpful for you guys. Things like real homesteading things and recipes. But there are so many things like that already on YouTube and already out there in the world. There's so much information, and while I have no problem sharing my favorite things with you guys and the way that we do things here on our homestead, I feel really drawn in this season to share more of my story, more of like life and heart lessons along with the homesteading, because really when it all comes down to it, that's the more valuable part of life. Like, homesteading is amazing and incredible, and I love doing it. I cannot imagine not having a homestead. But more than that, I value my really amazing relationship with God, and I really value my connection with you guys and my connection with all the people who come and they use my products. And I'm just excited to share this series of videos with you guys. So God often speaks to me in pictures, and those pictures can be when someone says a word and just a picture of something comes into my mind. Sometimes it will be something he says to me and it brings a picture in my mind's eyes, and my eyes can be opened or closed, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's through dreams, sometimes it's during worship, music will come on and I'll get pictures in my mind. I have been like this since I was a little girl. Some of these things are pictures that I get to paint, and I get really, really vivid pictures in my mind, and those are the ones that I can bring to life on the canvas. So I'm pretty excited to share this story with you because it brings these pictures to life in a really real way. So hopefully the feelers and the thinkers can understand. God wants to teach me a new lesson, and I may have visited this lesson before in my life and either didn't get it or need to go deeper within that. And so at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I've been going through a lot of different lessons this year. And one of those lessons, well, actually, this picture goes along with many of them. One of the lessons, and I'll share the other parts of it here in a little bit with you, is that there's no lack in the kingdom of heaven. And God is teaching me how to operate in kingdom finances and in of the abundance mentality. That's a really big lesson all on its own, but sometimes I need a physical symbol of what he wants to show me so that I can look on that thing, that item or whatever it is, and remember his goodness, or remember the lesson. And so in this case, that's what he did. And I have a story to share with you about that. Several months ago, I mean, as you guys know, going through the separation process and, you know, figuring out things that need to leave and things that need to stay, I realized that I was going to have a need for a barbecue. And to me, in my mind, a barbecue isn't like a big need, it's a want more than anything. And so my mom and I went to Home Depot just looking, you know, we were already there for something else, and we went and we were checking out barbecues, and you know, I just wanted something small, something simple. One of my oldest son, he really loves hamburgers, and so I was thinking, oh, we can't make hamburgers, I do not like them on the stove. And I thought, okay, well, perhaps I can get one of these, you know, smaller, like, you know, I was looking at the smallest, most cheapest one that they had. It was like $120, okay? So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, well, Mother's Day's coming up, like maybe I can get myself a Mother's Day present and I can purchase this $120 barbecue and we can grill. And you know, guys, I'm super good at talking myself out of things. And that's just what I did. I absolutely talked myself out of getting that barbecue because it was not a need. It was a want. And I said, you know, it's not going to kill us not to have hamburgers cooked on a grill for one season. We'll be okay. Finances are really tight. They've been really tight. And I want to do my best stewarding my finances. I talked myself out of the barbecue, and I just said, you know, there's a lot of other things that I can do with $120. I'm just not gonna worry about it. But I really did want the barbecue, mostly because I want to bring joy to my son who really likes hamburgers, and there's a lot of different things that we enjoy eating from a grill. I don't remember if it was a couple of days or a week or so. It wasn't very long though. I get a text from a friend that says, do you want a $4,000 barbecue? And I'm like, what? I mean, yes, but what? So it turns out that some good friends of mine knew I was gonna need a barbecue, and they had been contacted by some friends who had a grill of theirs that's very nice get knocked over in the wind, and they had it insured. And so it just got a little dent on it, and they were able to get it replaced. And they wanted to bless their friends, and then who were my friends, and my friends wanted to bless me. And so in the end, I ended up with this beautiful, amazing barbecue that was not even close to $120. And I don't tell you this at all to be like, I have a $4,000 barbecue. I tell you this because I never ever would have bought a $4,000 barbecue. It's just not practical in my mind. And but God's like, I want to give this to you, and I have this for you, and you're so used to getting the bottom of everything, the last of everything, and that's not what I want for you. I have so much more. You're my daughter, you're my bride, and I want to do nice things for you. You better believe I completely melted. I was so excited and overwhelmed and just like, what? Wow. I mean, the thing is this, is that $120 barbecue would have been sufficient. It would have done the job. It would have grilled a burger just fine. And it would have been fine. I didn't just go looking for a barbecue. I asked God, could I have a barbecue like I don't have a way to meet this need or this desire even. And that's what's so cool about him, is that he doesn't just like to meet our needs. He goes so far above and beyond. He wants to meet our desires, even silly ones like a barbecue. And I love that, because sometimes I get so wrapped up in being so practical that I forget to have fun, and I forget to look for things that maybe aren't practical, that might be a little frivolous sometimes. And he's always there, and he's always ready and waiting to say, hey, you know, I didn't just create you to work. I created you to be and enjoy your life and to bring other people joy. And it's such a beautiful lesson to me. You know, I mentioned a little bit ago, like, I've been trained to look for less, like to look for God just meeting the very basic needs. And you know, going through this season and learning that God truly has been my provider, and going back to a place where there is, you know, just scraping by and like barely having enough money to get through. That's what's so amazing about God, is he's like, no, I don't want you to just barely get through. I want you to thrive in abundance, because my kingdom is abundant and I'm your provider. And isn't God like the best provider that there is? And that's been a really, really challenging thing for me, to trust him in that. That's a lesson that has gone on for me for many, many years. And he really just has honed it in. And he taught me that lesson so that when I had to go through this time in life, when there is no backup plans, that I can continue doing what he's called me to do and not get scared that, hey, things aren't going to work out, because he's got me, because he really will. He's been meeting needs and meeting desires I didn't even know I had. And he's so good at that. It's amazing. So I want to challenge you today to join me in what I am now calling the 4K life. The 4K life is this: look for things that God is doing that's not just the basic thing. Have great expectations of him, and then praise him and thank him when he comes through in a way that is so far beyond what you could have imagined, because that's what he likes to do. God likes to show off. Why wouldn't he? I mean, look at the beautiful creation that he made. It's not just practical, it's beautiful. And isn't he just so amazing like that? So I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. What has God done for you that he just blew your mind with? It will help me be encouraged and to continue standing on that. There are times, I mean, fortunately, I walk by that barbecue every single day when I do the chores in the morning. Actually, I walk by it many times a day, and it just reminds me of his goodness and the fact that he's there, and he wants to meet the desires of my heart. And I know he wants to meet yours too. If you invite him into that place and you say, God, I want to see, show me where you're doing this for me. And he will, he really will. He will give you very concrete things. They probably won't be a $4,000 barbecue, but they will be other different things that speak to you and speak to the lessons that you're learning. But I wanted to encourage you to be on the lookout for those things. If you join me in this, you watch this video, and God does some incredible things for you after this, or he's done them at any point, please come back and leave a comment for me, because it's really encouraging in this season. And I love the community that we are creating here together. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope this was helpful for you, and I can't wait to hear your stories. Don't forget that in order for this channel to keep growing, it is really helpful for you guys to hit the thumbs up, to leave comments, to interact with the channel, to subscribe, to share it with your friends. YouTube sees all of those interactions and they love it. And so then what ends up happening is that my video gets pushed out to other people, and then they can see it. And I think that's really incredible. So I appreciate if you guys do that. Also, I will leave a link down in the description box for my website. If you guys are interested in supporting our family and our farm, the best way to do that is to go check out our herbal products that I make here on the farm. Also, all of the different classes that we offer in-person classes here on the farm, as well as garden consulting and herbal walks throughout, well, really wherever. If I have to do more research because you guys want me to travel, well, let's do it. I don't mind. Let's go all over the place. I'm excited. I love plants and I love learning about them, and I'm excited to see what God has in store for us and this channel over the next year. I can't wait to share some of these incredible lessons that I've been going through with you guys. I love this job, I love this life, and I'm so blessed that this is what I get to do. And I can't imagine not being able to be here and sharing this with you guys. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you continue to learn and grow, and I'll see you in the